Hi there, my name is Sandra and I am in the process of making a book nook. So I have made this piece of furniture, this chest of drawers to go in there, and I thought you might like to see how it's done. The drawers actually open and it's done to a 5% scale, so this is about 9 centimeters wide and 5 high. First thing is the front panel. Now make sure that when you've cut it out you have it with your wrong side facing you to put the glue on. I've got several pieces here. These two are shelf supports. They don't go all the way across, and this is a 4 centimeter square piece. 3 lots stacked together that I'm using as a square when I need to do things butted up against each other. You want to get this so that it's in line at the top part, like that. I think that's on straight. The bottom one doesn't have one because there's a base. The important thing is, and I'm going to need to look at it from this direction, that it doesn't obscure the hole for the drawer. The other 2 pieces I have over there are the side pieces, and those go on here, butting up to the side. They don't go to the front of it, they go actually on there. Now again, when you're doing this, try and make sure you get it the right way round, because if your wood is anything like mine, it definitely has a right side and a wrong side, and you want it to look as good as it can. So if I put this up against there, that means I know I've got it straight, and I just have to line it up with the top and the bottom edge, and I should then be fine. And as long as I leave that alone for a few minutes, I won't have a problem. Now the other thing you might notice is there aren't any other bits around here, and I've kept the rest of it on the bed of my laser cutter, which is to my left. The reason for that is because in the file I named things, but obviously when I cut it out, I didn't want to waste the space by scoring the names of the bits. And because they are all rectangles and things, it's very easy to get them mixed up, and I didn't want to do that. So I've kept them in place, and I can always refer back to my file on the computer to work out which bit is what, because I know where they were put. One tip I will give you is that when you're doing this one, keep something like a piece of paper or something underneath your work area on the laser, underneath your honeycomb or whatever, because if you've got dust and bits in the bottom, which you might have if you've been doing various things, these are going to get a bit lost. They are very tiny. These are the knobs, the drawers, but they're very tiny. They go through, 9 times out of 10, they go through the honeycomb, and they can be difficult to find. The next piece to go on is the back, so this is relatively simple to work out because it's a large piece and there aren't any other large ones. This has had a few minutes, and okay, it's not completely set, but it's getting there. And now the easiest way of making sure this gets where it's supposed to go is to actually put it upright and then put this in place like that, and try and refrain from moving it for a minute or 2 so that it gets a chance to tack up. That might not be a bad idea. That should do the job. 2 drawer backs and 4 sides. So these sides are again going to go inside that longer edge and not outside of it. Make sure you got the front facing out and equal distances on the sides, as near as you can get it anyway. So once that's done, put it to one side and do the other one, and you do the big drawers in exactly the same way. Now hopefully this is just going to go in there and it'll be a tight enough fit that you don't even have to use glue. That is what you call a very good fit. So I'm going to put the drawers in. I went for the little wooden knobs in the end. I might paint it differently, however, depending on what I end up using this for.